Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now tomorrow, we are going to have massive protests in this country in remembrance of the 60 Gen Zs who were killed in the process of protest when we were looking for justice, when we were protesting about the finance bill. So it is a commemoration protest that aim at looking for justice for all Kenyans who have been killed in the hands of the police. Now, this is going to be big. And I know this announcement has really shaken the government. But with that, there is a very sad plan that is going on to make sure that this protest is disrupted. And this plan seemingly is being done by this regime. Their focus is to counter the protest with a brutal way. Now, KTN has been able to expose this plan. There are people from Statehouse, there's those WhatsApp groups, even their names have been mentioned. And really, it's exposing what might end up happening on the protest day tomorrow. So be well aware of what is going to happen. There's a plan to disrupt the protest, and the secret operation to disrupt this peaceful protest is organized from Statehouse. Orders zinatoka Statehouse, according to what KTN has been able to share. Now, the plan is that these goons are going to target women. So they want to silence the women so that they will not come out in their numbers to protest. But remember, ladies have been coming out in their numbers to this street to protest. Kuna wale wamepoteza ndugu zao, kuna wale wamepoteza wazazi wao, kuna wale wamepoteza watoto wao, huwa wanakuja kwa haya maandamano. So imagine they are going to target women, and the plan is to snatch phones from the protesters in an attempt to destroy the evidence that they will be live streaming. You know, Gen Zs, when they get out, they normally live stream their protest. So everything is well documented. Remember even how the mainstream media, which is also another target, they are going to target mainstream media, how they captured a police officer who opened fire at a very short range on Boniface, a mask vendor in Nairobi. There was no scapegoat for those police officers because this was taken live. And they were really exposed. There was no way they were going to hide them. So this time round, they want to snatch phones from the protesters so that the evidence is dealt with. You tamper with the live stream and all that. Now, there is a member of parliament who has been mentioned, Pukose, that is William Kamket, the TRT MP from Baringo, who even he was heard talking about organizing youth goons to go to Nairobi in what they are saying that wanataka kuleta uongozi. He was heard talking about this, that wanasema watu walienda na rungu, sasa hizi tutapanga vijana waende huko vizuri. So he's a suspect wa polisi.
Nafikiri hao vijana wachache wamekuja Nairobi na rungu ndio wamaletea shida, mkuje wiki ijayo ndio mjue vijana hapo kwa wako hapo. Vijana mko wangapi wako tayari kudefend serikali? Twende Nairobi. Twende Nairobi. Tugombane na hao.
Now, KTN, according to their investigation, they have been able to confirm that Kamket is operating under the orders from Statehouse. So when you see him coming out to speak, you know he's protected by Statehouse. There is one state officer from Statehouse. Then there is also one member of parliament from Rift Valley, who is very close to power. Wale wanaita deep state. Mnaweza sema kwa comment section anaweza kuwa ni nani. Again, we've been told about 5 members of parliament, and among these members of parliament, we have one from Rift Valley. Then there is also 2 members of parliament from Kisii, 2 from Mount Kenya region, and another one I said from Rift Valley. These members of parliament also met even before the other protest ile ilikuwa ya juzi. They met. And they have been also meeting somewhere in a hotel called Stureh Pan-Africa Hotel to organize on how to disrupt the protest. But remember, in their plan, they have no any peaceful plan to deal with the protest. All they focus on is a brutal way to stop the protest.
By Statehouse and other protected areas, laleni salama. Hiyo haraka ya kwenda Sayuni sijui mmeitoa wapi. Lakini Waswahili husema, mtoto akililia wembe, mpe. Katika jiji la Nairobi, mwanamke mwingine aitwaye Elizabeth Waithira, anayefahamika kama Liz, anaendesha mpango sawia. Amejitokeza kuwa mhusika mkuu katika uandikishaji wa wahuni wiki iliyopita. Baadhi yao wamekiri kuwa waliandikishwa kufanya kazi kwa niaba ya gavana wa Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja. Japo gavana huyo amekanusha vikali madai hayo.
I have never and will never sponsor violence of any kind. My entire political life has been anchored on siasa safi, which upholds human dignity, the rule of law, and the democratic right of every Kenyan.
Katika ofisi ya mkuu wa utumishi wa umma Felix Koskei, mwanamke aitwaye Karen Cherotich, maarufu kama Kiki, amepewa jukumu la kuratibu na kuhamasisha ufadhili wa mpango huo. Wengine wanaoratibu operesheni hiyo ni pamoja na Don Kamau, anayejitambulisha kama mkakati wa ICT. Kwenye mitandao ya kijamii ameibuka kama kiungo kati ya wapangaji wa mpango na wanaoutekeleza mitaani. Katika mitaa, waratibu wakuu ni pamoja na Samuel Mundia, eneo la Kayole, Calvins Okoth, anayejulikana kama Gaucho, anayejiita rais wa ghetto huko Makadara, Swale Sonko wa Kibera, na MCA Absalom Odhiambo, maarufu kama Matakwe huko Korogocho. KTN pia imebaini kuwa vyombo vikuu vya habari ni miongoni mwa malengo makuu ya wapangaji wa operesheni hii, wapiga propaganda wa kidijitali.
Now, the sad story we are learning is that the state, through this secret plan, has been able to prepare designed rungus. They have been designed in a unique way. Zinafanana. There is similarity. So these rungus have been transported to Nanyuki. But later, according to the allegation, using the police vehicle, they will be transported to Nairobi. Then distributed to these goons, who Kamket has called a youth. And they are targeting to take even some other youth from the slums, give them some handouts, and use them on this day. So rungus have already been transported to Nanyuki. Mpango ule umebaki ni kutoka Nanyuki kuingia kwa CBD. Then again, the millions of money that has been collected to sponsor this goonish operation that will be going on. That is now the expose by KTN. How do you look at that? How do you look at that? Imagine having such kind of a government whereby when you ask for service, they respond with bullets. When you ask for justice, they respond in a brutal way of unleashing goons to beat and break you with rungus. That is the government of the day. There was a question that Kotu Secretary General Francis Atwoli used to ask during campaign before he jumped and supported William Ruto, which was still a valid question that we should keep on asking ourselves. In whose hands are we safe? I know we'll be having another election. You should be asking yourself that question. In whose hands are we safe? Yes, government don't make mistake, and there's no problem with making mistake. But the question is, when people come out to complain, are you ready to listen to the people and correct the mistake? Or you are always organized and ready to use brutal means, like the one we are being told that this regime want to use to unleash goons against peaceful protesters. So definitely, instead of looking for a solution within the problem that we might be facing, it seems if this is true, this regime has not any plan to solve the impending problems. The only plan at all, if they have, is to continue with the trajectory of killing the people. If you have a plan to change, you can never implement such a scheme. They don't have any plan to change. They don't have any good plan. That's why they are going for this orthodox means of now dealing with the protesters. We are not safe under this regime. This is seemingly a kind of a killer regime. They have no any good plan with any of us. They have all bad plans against the citizens of Kenya. We are on our own. That is the sad truth. Now, I don't know your views, but please let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Otherwise, if you have reached this far and you have not yet subscribed, my humble request, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please, again, give this video a thumbs up. That is one of the ways you can keep on supporting this channel. Otherwise, I thank everyone and all our supporters, all our subscribers. Those who are looking out for my number, my WhatsApp number, which is still also an M-Pesa number, is 0708 34 0092. 0708 34 0092. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video.